My dear family, I write to you from the snowy town of Genoa, where I find myself tending horses in this harsh winter weather.
In the winter of 1856, a resident of the town Genoa, Utah Territory, writes a letter to his family in Placerville, California.
The cold is bitter, but the horses keep me company and provide me with some measure of warmth. Please write to me soon and let me know how you are all faring. Your letters are a source of great comfort to me, and I eagerly await each one.
The letter's destination was only 85 miles away. However, this letter may have taken weeks or even months to arrive. In reaching Placerville, it may have traveled hundreds of miles via stagecoach, railroad, and steamboat. The mail couldn't follow a direct route because of the Sierra Nevada mountains. 25 feet of snow usually fall on the Sierra's rugged peaks every winter. In some years, even double that. This made moving mail through the mountains extremely difficult during the winter months, and those who tried failed. That was until one man was hired for the job.
He could make the trip in as little as 3 days.
Some didn't believe it happened until he could prove with the postmarks that he brought back the mail.
People say he carried 90 pounds of mail.
He didn't stop a lot. He drank from the streams.
He's somewhat of a local legend.
When you're born Norwegian, you don't get booties, you get little skis. He could maneuver those skis through the snow like no one had ever seen.
They called him Snowshoe Thompson.
People needed the mail, and he could do that where nobody else could.
Growing up, when you hear something like that, it doesn't really sink in what it would be like if you did that. My name is Joe Barnett. I grew up in South Lake Tahoe, California. I want to try to retrace Snowshoe Thompson's mail route that he took from Genoa, Nevada to Placerville, California.
My name's Frank Tortorich. I'm a retired educator. Thompson was born in Telemark, Norway. So when he was about 8 years old, there was a great economic depression in Norway, and so he and his mother came to the United States to join a lot of other Norwegians. His Norwegian name was Jan Anna Torsteinsson Rue, and somewhere along in there, they Americanized the name to John Thompson.
I'm David Woodruff. I'm a historian here on Eastern Sierra and Sierra Nevada history. In 1850, shortly after gold had been announced as being discovered in California in 1849, the news was just filled that if you got to California, those gold nuggets were just laying there, and come out there and pick them up and wealth was yours to be had. So in the spring of 1851, Thompson took off for California.
Was he successful?
No, as most of the prospectors and those that were looking for the gold were not either. He arrived in what was called Hangtown at the time. Today we refer to that town as Placerville. He read in the winter of 1855 in the newspaper that the Postal Service was looking for someone to carry the mail between Hangtown and Genoa, which was sort of the center of civilization in western Nevada at that time.
During the winter time, people in Genoa were cut off from the rest of the world, and they couldn't get their mail, and those who tried to get the mail either failed at even getting there, or taking 3 weeks to get there, half froze to death. So he constructed him some skis out of oak, and he went up to the postmaster in Placerville and said, "I'm here for the job." Well, the postmaster literally kind of joked at him and said, "Look, I have to advertise this, but I don't expect anybody to really do that." And Thompson said, "Well, I can do that."
Legend has it that as the big crowd in town gathered around for the first trip of Thompson, that as he took off, someone in the crowd yelled out, "Good luck, Snowshoe Thompson." And that was how he got his moniker. So snowshoe actually is a misnomer for what Thompson did. Thompson actually used something that resembled what we consider today much more similar to cross-country skis.
Okay, I'm not sure if we actually mentioned this to you or not, but part of this documentary is that we're going to try to redo his mail route ourselves and actually try to ski it.
Oh, great.
Is it still possible to retrace his route?
It is possible to do it. The problem today is that when Thompson was doing, he was at the end of the Little Ice Age. And so the winters were much more severe and the snow was down at much more lower levels. To have snow go down there and stay for the whole year, it doesn't happen that way anymore.
I think your challenges probably will be numerous. It's a big forest out there, and being able to continue to follow the most direct route, I think will be a real challenge for you as well.
When I was thinking about retracing Snowshoe Thompson's mail route, I thought it would be something that I could do with my friend Goody Walowit.
My name is Goody Walowit, and I'm a friend of Joe's. Joe and I grew up together. We've always shared a passion for spending time outdoors, backpacking, skiing, sailing, you name it. And having grown up in Tahoe, I'd heard all the legends of Snowshoe Thompson. So when Joe mentioned that he was doing the Snowshoe Thompson trek, I was definitely interested in joining him.
When I recruited Goody, he recommended maybe trying to replicate some of these other aspects of the trip. And something we landed on was we wanted to try to experience what it was like to use the equipment that Thompson had.
We're going to bring 2 pairs of skis, and one of those pairs we're going to make in the same way that Snowshoe Thompson would have made them. And the other pair is going to be a modern pair that we're used to riding with. And we're going to alternate.
We're going to actually try to buy 10-foot planks, oak planks, and shape them into skis similar to what Thompson would have used back in the day.
We're still measuring and having the same dimensions that Thompson skis, just the process here is a little bit different because we're using modern tools. I certainly think that these are beginning to take shape and actually look like skis.
Looks pretty good to me. All right, I think these are ready to test out. Holy cow, they actually work. This is exhausting. I feel like I'm lifting weights. The mechanics are all the same. They edge well. I was able to go down a hill and have a little bit of control. They glide very nicely. So I'm very impressed with how they've turned out. So Thompson might have taken any number of routes to get from Genoa to Placerville. The one that I think we want to do is the one that is going to go through South Lake Tahoe. From Genoa, we're going to go south along the road. We're going to take a jeep trail that goes up to Daggett Pass. From there, it's going to be a long descent down into South Lake Tahoe, through the flats, till we get to Christmas Valley. We're going to go up the Myers Grade, and that's going to take us to the top of Echo Summit. We're going to take the Pony Express Trail, which is going to go up over Lover's Leap, and we're going to follow the roads the rest of the way down to Placerville. I think we'll walk about 60 miles of it.
So more than half we're going to be walking?
I think that's like a good bet, more than half.
All right, it's day one. We're here at Genoa. This is where we're starting, and we're gonna walk a little bit up the road to where we stashed our skis. We're actually sitting right next to the statue of Snowshoe Thompson, and that's our starting point. So without further ado, we're gonna start walking.
This is our stash, and we got our skis. So behind me you can see the snow. It's the east slope of the Sierra. We're gonna put the skis on our pack and hike up to the snow line. Okay. You know, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
All right, so we made it up to our campsite here. We're on kind of a flat, sandy, dry spot that overlooks the Carson Valley. We had a pretty solid day. Not a whole lot of skiing. Not a whole lot of skiing. We didn't ski at all.
We didn't do any skiing. We didn't make it very far today, or not nearly as far as Thompson would have made it on his first day coming out of Genoa. But we're about halfway up the east slope of the Sierra. You know, we're hoping to see Tahoe tomorrow, but as of now, we've got some ground to cover.
So last night went pretty well. It wasn't too cold. We watched the sunrise this morning in the Carson Valley. We're pretty much all packed up now. In a little bit, we're gonna hit the road and then get up to the snow line and do some skiing today.
Skis feel good. Got good grip, better than I anticipated. I think this is gonna allow us to move a lot faster over this terrain. We're at a point where the mountainside is too steep to go straight up, so we've been doing a series of switchbacks, and that requires us to pivot at the end of each turn. And with Thompson skis being as long as they are, the pivot has been just extremely difficult. we're gonna take the skis off and we're gonna just hike up. I'm losing it. Sorry.
All right, well, we made it up and over the east slope of the Sierras. Skis are back on and we're continuing on now. And now we start our slow descent into the Tahoe Basin. All right, go for it. All right, it's day 3 and we're at home. Yesterday was intense. Once we started our descent into the basin, I quickly found that the downhill was a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. And I'm not as comfortable or confident on those skis as I thought I was. So as a result, I ended up falling a lot. That ended up delaying us quite a bit, and we ended up skiing well into the evening and even after it was already dark.
We got a ride back home, we slept on it, and we've decided to keep going, but with some modifications.
For the meantime today, we're going to get back out on the trail, but not expect to camp tonight and actually try to just get some miles in through the basin and then stay another night at home. And then from there, we'll backpack to Placerville.
Yeah, that's not right. That's not good.
We got into the basin here and his binding broke. And we're wondering if you can pick us up and take us to his house.
Hop in. Hey, Alex. So you're trying to ski downhill on skis that you made out of wood?
Yeah. Today we were out.
Years.
We stashed them up there. You can see that.
I see it.
We got the new skis. My dad was very generous to let us use his, and we're back on the trail and we're ready to go.
So far today it's been going pretty well. It's a lot flatter here in the basin and I haven't been falling as much. I think I've only fallen 2 times today, which is a lot better than yesterday. I'm able to pick up speed here on the flats and we're going pretty fast.
We're out on the street now, so we're gonna walk a little bit further. We're gonna pick it up again tomorrow, where we're leaving off tonight. Okay, it's the morning of day 4. We just got dropped off and we're headed out of Tahoe and over the Sierra.
Let's go. So we've been walking for a little bit. We're here at Myers Grade now. Instead of skis, we got these snowshoes.
The snow is kind of crusty and icy, and by using these we'll be able to get over a lot more safely than we would have on the cross-country skis.
I just want to stress that this is not what Thompson would have used. He would have continued on using skis, but all things considered for our trek, we're going to continue with snowshoes to get up and over this pass. All right, well, we just made the summit. We're gonna say bye to Lake Tahoe, and we're gonna continue on to Placerville. Doing good. We just went up, almost straight up. Now we're at Lover's Leap. It just means we gotta go down now and make camp. You know, Snowshoe Thompson probably would have drank right out of the stream. So we're gonna do the same thing. We of course have a filter though. Tastes good. All right, well, we got the camp. We're kind of close to the road here. We got further than we expected. We're a little bit past Strawberry. I think we did about 17, 18 miles today. It's the morning of day 5. We just packed up and we're gonna hit the road.
One single honk.
It's the morning of day 6. We woke up early before the sun rose to make a final push to Placerville. We hope to get there today while the sun's still out.
We're at mile 85. Got 2 or 3 to go. I don't know about Joe, but my feet are on fire. Every step hurts, but I'm hanging in there. And right now we just want to be in Placerville. We're almost there, so we're excited. This is it. The moment we've both been waiting for 6 6 days?
6 days.
Wow. This is the old post office. This is where Thompson got his first job with the postmaster to carry the mail.
For 20 years, Snowshoe Thompson carried the mail over the Sierra. It is said that no matter the weather, Snowshoe always delivered, all while being alone, without much food, warmth, or rest. We spent 6 days retracing Snowshoe Thompson's route. With warm weather and under clear skies, we made the trek with the help of GPS, waterproof clothing, and comfortable backpacks that would have been the envy of any frontiersman in the 1800s. Despite this, trekking over the Sierra on our feet, skis, and snowshoes was one of the most challenging things we've attempted. We lugged our equipment up steep snowy mountain passes, had trouble downhill skiing on our heavy oak planks, and dealt with an equipment failure that forced us to come off the trail. It's no mystery why they had such trouble carrying the mail through the mountains. As we followed Thompson's historic route, we couldn't help but wonder about the letters he carried, and the hopes, dreams, and fears expressed within each one. From love letters exchanged between distant lovers to news and information, each message held a story. In pondering the impact of these letters, we gained a newfound appreciation for Snowshoe Thompson's vital role in preserving the human connection amidst the rugged expanse of the Sierra Nevada.
I've been on this slow train, going miles for days, not sure what I'm after. Days are moving faster, see a better vision in this repetition. Gain a sense of purpose, tell myself it's worth the trade. I'm looking for a second chance to try. And yours is a willingness to never say goodbye.